Hello, welcome to the Jones Zone. I haven't actually recorded one for a while because I plan to record. Generally, what I do with these is I plan to record like 5 in one day, edit them all, schedule them all, so I don't really have to worry about it for a couple of days. Except I'm behind, and I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that on Monday I fell down the stairs like an absolute fool. Hit my head, had a massive bump, iced the bump, and now it's practically gone. So that was a very dramatic moment. So yesterday I didn't do anything because I just wanted to rest. So yeah, and then, I mean, also I shaved as well, which so yeah, I look a bit different now. What I wanted to do with this one is a couple of things. I just wanted to do a little quick update, which is why I've done this little intro thing, and then we'll get on to what the actual main thing is. But a little update is I got a new thing, and I've got a couple of new things coming, and I'm going to be ordering some new things. So there are going to be some new things that I'm going to be showing off. First thing is I got this, which is the Movo VX-R10, which comes in this little faux leather pouch. You get a little cable to plug into your camera, and it's just this little mic with what is known as a dead kitten, which can come off. That's just for wind, but it's just this little mic, and this is to plug into my camera. What I'm waiting for is I've got a flash bracket and a handheld C-shaped camera stabilizer, because my camcorder doesn't have a cold shoe for the hot shoe to clip onto. So at the moment I can't clip it onto anything, which is a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, because we're in lockdown and I'm not going out, so I'm not spending money out, I'm sort of stocking up on all the equipment that I'm going to be needing for filming and studio work now, while I can afford it. So that came. And so basically what I wanted to do in this edition of the Jones Zone is talk to you about my script writing process, because as you'll know, I'm executive producer and head writer of the Doctor Who fan film series for DC63 Productions, and basically I have to write a lot of scripts. There's because I sort of when you do the head writer thing, I feel like you have to sort of, even though you're doing less episodes than what like the BBC would do, you have to sort of take on the same equivalent of episodes. So a lot of times when we've been doing 8 episodes, I've been writing 4 out of the 8, 5 if you include the Christmas special. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of show you how I set everything up, and how I sort of get into the zone, if you will. And then just sort of break it down again and talk to you about how I get in the right mindset for writing, because I can't just go in and write anymore. I used to do that, but it just doesn't work for me anymore. So I'll show you how I set everything up, and then I'll cut back to one of these face shots again. So yeah. Okay, so this is how I set everything up. So I have my interface plugged in there. I always have my charger in, whether it's fully charged or not. Obviously I have to have my hard drive plugged in. So this is the main hard drive that I work off of. I then also have over here what I call the hub, which everything gets backed onto this. You saw this in my online shopping video, actually. That is where everything gets backed up onto, so I don't lose anything if anything was to happen. I plug my interface in and turn my speakers on because I will always listen to music while I write. Never music with lyrics because often that distracts my thought process, especially when you're writing dialogue. I said that really weird then. Dialogue. Because if you're trying to think of what people are saying, it's really distracting to have lyrics on the top. So this is what this is one of my go-tos actually. This Doctor Who epic soundtrack music mix mashup for 50th anniversary because it's 2 hours long of Doctor Who music. So I barely have to change the music. However, I also sometimes like to listen to things like this. Interstellar main theme. This is what I'm going to start listening to when I get back to writing the script I'm currently working on, which I cannot tell you about. Well, I can't tell you about it yet anyway, but these speakers are very good, but very sensitive. So if I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'll just play you a little bit. So you can probably barely hear it now. I've moved it a fraction, and it just jumps up a lot of dB. So if I move it a fraction again, yeah, it just, very sensitive speakers, but very good because it means I can, depending on, if no one's in the house, it's just me, I'll listen to the music a little bit louder than normal. If it's late at night and everyone's asleep as well, I can plug my headphones into there and listen to it with my headphones without having to unplug everything. Yeah, so then moving on to like what a script looks like. I'll also lately have started plugging the TV in as well and looking at the TV whilst typing. I don't know if that's because I have prescription glasses, which you've seen me wear a few times, which I'm supposed to wear when I look at screens, but I don't always. But I definitely do when I'm writing and editing because that's when I notice the biggest difference from wearing glasses and not. But yeah, so I've pulled up an old script to avoid spoilers. And what's nice here is there was the working title, and obviously if you've watched the series, you'll know that that's become... that this episode was ultimately titled Dreams. And I use Pages because I use a MacBook and I don't have Microsoft Word. The font I use is Courier, which is what gives it this like fancy script looking font. And I just sort of lay it out like this. This is how I've always laid it out. I know this isn't like fully how you should really normally lay out a script. Like you should put characters' names in block capitals, but I don't. I put things like titles in block capitals and interior, exterior. But this is just what's easy for me. Steve is who is Steve? This is interesting. Oh, I think Steve is it's supposed to be like a Doctor fanatic, I think, that never made it into the final cut. Also, something that's quite interesting in this script, which I'll see if I can get to it, is originally this was a Dalek story and we changed it to a Lone Sideman story last minute, which if you watch the Confidential on filmmaker Kenny, which is Kenny's channel, you'll see us doing that last minute, making a Sideman costume, which was fun. So I'm just going to cut back and just briefly talk to you about the sort of two ways that I have written scripts in the past. Okay, so how I write scripts now is sort of how I just talked you through it there. I'll put on some music, open up the script, and go for it. But I'll only do that if I know what I'm writing or if I've had an idea. So if I know what the episode is and I know what I'm supposed to start writing, and I've got a solid enough idea to make a good start on it, then I'll go for it. I used to just have like really, really rough, vague ideas and would just start writing. But what that resulted in is I'd end up writing like 5 drafts of the opening to an episode, but never like a full draft of a script. So I stopped doing that deliberately because with the Doctor Who series, there's less time for drafts of the script. It's only the ones I'm working on at the moment that I've actually done proper drafts on, and then I'm now on to the final thing. And I've been doing that as well with a lot of my original stuff, which I'm working on. But yeah, generally I have to have like a beginning, middle, end, villain or monster, who the Doctor is, like whether it's my Doctor or whether it's a different Doctor for whatever reason. Like I could be writing for other people. And who are the characters? Like, who are the main characters? That's all I need to know. Any side characters that come up can just evolve as and when I'm writing. And I'll often, hit the writer's block. Everybody does it. And whenever I hit writer's block, I just stop, chill out, watch some TV, maybe listen to some music, and then maybe within the next 24 hours, boom, I've thought of an idea that works, and then I'll go back to writing it, and boom, I'm back again. So that's sort of my general writing process. Generally, episodes take me, I'd say, give or take a day to write. Episodes are like a usual, anywhere from 20 to 50 minutes. It would take me about a day, maybe a couple of days to write. If I'm writing any scripts that are longer than that for anything, so I'm working on a couple of film scripts for completely different things, which are in like various different draft stages, and those have taken me months. So it is very much dependent on what it is, and how far along the idea is. Generally with Doctor Who, because we know we've known for quite a while where we're going for like the next 5 years. So writing these Doctor Who scripts is a bit more formulaic for us, because we know, and for me especially, because I know where stories are going. I know where they start, I know where they end. So it's been a little easier, except for the 2 that I'm working on at the moment, which you will find out about later this year, but they have given me a right run around these latest 2 scripts. But yeah, so that's my script writing process. I hope you liked it. If you've got any questions about writing in general, then please comment below. We've got a fair few exciting things in the works for the channel in regards to fan film stuff, which you'll find out about very soon, if you haven't found out about it before this video goes out. So yeah, so look out for that. If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a lot. It helps out the channel massively. And I'll see you all next time.